girlies, it's Deligracy here with a brand new Let's Build series. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you would have seen a few sneaky peeks about what it was going to be, or what it is going to be, and that is a share beach house. I didn't know whether I wanted to make it a share apartment or a share beach house, so I asked you guys on Twitter and Instagram what you thought, and surprisingly, most of you wanted to see a beach house, so that's pretty cool. I'm very happy about that. It's very cold in Australia at the moment because it's winter for us, which is kind of opposite to most of the rest of the world. And so yeah, working in, not Isla Paradiso, in Sunlit Tides for this build, I feel like I'm in warmer weather, so I'm very, very happy about that. So good choice, you guys, good choice. But yeah, as I was saying, we're making a share house. If you don't know what a share house is, it's basically when people share a house. So they're not necessarily in a relationship or like a family as such, but a group of people sharing a house. Often young people, when they move out of home, will get a share house where they can share the rent, so it's a little bit more affordable. And so that's what we're doing with this one. And the Sims that this house is being built for, some of you may be familiar with from my Aluna Islands Let's Play, which unfortunately I have put on hold due to just The Sims 3 crashing all the time for me. I don't know, it's as if it knows The Sims 4 is about to come out and it's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So that is a shame that it's been discontinued at this point. So I wanted to continue it, I guess, making this build for some of the male characters. So we've got Xavier and Ashton, Cody and Austin. So Cody and Austin were brothers, or are brothers, and Xavier and Ashton are a gay couple. So I think this will be a fun share house to make. It's definitely a very modern beach house. It's not the usual shacky kind of share house, which I know some of you probably would have liked to see, but I felt like doing something really modern, something really clean, that we could have, you know, a lot of fun with, doing a lot of clean lines and nice, I guess, more masculine features of the house, because we do a lot of feminine stuff, because I don't know, I guess that comes more easily to me. So this will be a little bit different for a change. And yeah, so we're basically, when I started building this, I had no idea what I was doing. I just made it up as I went. I was just using a lot of constrained floor elevation to get, I guess, a modern shape, and it's a bit boxy, but I don't know, I like it. There are sloped, pointed, triangular roofs. That was a very long description of a roof style, but it is. And that breaks it up a little bit, I think. There's a lot of inset walls as well, so the windows will look quite nice at the end, I think, when we put them in. But for this part, we're just building most of the house, and then probably in real time, if you guys would like to see it in real time, I'll put in all the windows and doors. Let me know in the comments down below if you want sped up or if you want in real time, and I'll just do whatever majority votes. And yeah, after that we'll do what we usually do, and we'll furnish it and do the interior, which is always the super duper fun bit for me. So it's good to get the build out of the way. I would like to do the build in real time, so it's more of a let's build, but I find it really difficult to commentate and build at the same time and think at the same time. I just feel like I do a better job if it's sped up, and I guess it's probably more interesting to watch that way. Otherwise I would be absolutely struggling to talk and build at the same time. So that is why I choose to do a speed build to begin with, and then we'll slow it down when we do the interior. Also really looking forward to your feedback on this one. I think I'll need a lot of help, especially from you male viewers, things that you would like to see, and female viewers of course as well, but particularly you guys, because I don't usually, well, I have done more male focused builds, but not for a while, so I will be interested to get your opinion on this one. But yeah, the CFE was giving me a bit of trouble, as it usually does, because I kept changing my mind, so I'd have to go down the floor. And as soon as you go down the floor after using CFE, then it all pops up again and you have to deal with it. So that was a bit annoying, but it works in the end, like it usually does. Or fingers crossed, or let's hope. Figuring out what colors, or I guess what kind of sectioning I wanted to do with the house. What walls were going to look as though they were connected and which ones were meant to look like they were separate. But basically the big elongated portion of the wall that's coloured white at the moment, except for that rim around the roof, that's, I guess, the foundation of the house. So it's this big bit of wood. It's going to be coloured in wood later, I think, and it crosses through the house all the way to the other side, where it then creates the garage. So we can probably fit a couple of cars in there, which is good for these guys. And I had this idea of having a hint of the pool at the front of the house. So the house is lifted up slightly so you can see the water underneath creeping in, and then it actually comes all the way to the front of the house where there's a nice pool on the deck which looks out to the ocean. These boys, I guess, come from affluent families, because this house would be very expensive in real life. Definitely not your average share house that you could move straight into straight out of home, I guess. So I guess the story is, we can say that this is one of their parents' properties which they are renting from their parents. So maybe they've moved into a beach house that one of the parents owned. Maybe the Ballantines, if you haven't seen the Let's Play, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. But the Ballantines are Ashton's parents. They're very wealthy, so maybe this is their beach house and the boys are staying in it for a while. We'll go through the boys' personalities maybe in the next part. Yeah, I might do that in the next part. We'll see. If you want to get to know them a bit, it'll probably be a smart idea, so when we do the bedrooms, we can know what personalities we're working with, so we can have a bit of fun with that. But they're all a little bit surfy. They all grew up on a lunar island, a world made by the Sim Supply, so they've already got those beachy vibes, and you know, why not get a share house on the beach? I'd certainly like it. I've grown up near the beach pretty much my whole life. I've been lucky enough to, so doing a beach house is definitely something that comes easily to me, I think. Whereas doing something like an apartment, I've never lived in an apartment before, so it's more of a challenge. So this will be nice to work with. Putting a balcony down here. This is the point of the video where I'm trying to create a pool underneath it, and I was so like, this is the biggest derpy deli moment ever. I could not figure out why I couldn't put the pool underneath and why these walls are in the way, and I was like, why can't I make that wall again? And I completely forgot that I'd turned CFE off. So in this part we are struggling to do anything for a while because it's not even turned on, which is really silly. Or actually, I think it's back on again. It's back on again now. Because you can see I'm fixing those walls, but for a little while there we had a bit of a derpy deli crisis. Yeah, awkward times, but we fixed it in the end, and here's the pool crossing under that decking area. So I think we're going to put an outdoor table on there, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty rad because you just look straight out onto the sand and then the ocean. You just walk down those stairs and you're literally on the beach. So how cool would that be? I would definitely like to live in a house where I could just stroll onto the sand. That would be very nice. But yeah, moving on to the upstairs part, because we have used CFE to create a middle level, it means the stairs have to cross through that level onto the level above. So we have to cross out a lot of walls in a second. I was trying these walls on the side here on a diagonal. I guess with the idea it was going to be a kind of shading from the sun, so the windows would sit behind those diagonal walls. I'm not sure what I think of them. Oh, that was gross. That was like a mini burp. Excuse me. That's so disgusting. Anyway, yeah, I don't know about those diagonal walls. Let me know. Let me know what you think, if you have an opinion on that, because I am undecided. I think I removed them for now, but may put them in later. we'll see. And this is the garage area. I thought it would be good to put a little bit of a balcony there, so that way we can put some bikes on the balcony section before they go into the house in the carport, or we could put maybe some boards or boats. Actually, we must remember to put boats in this. Do not let me forget. That wouldn't be very good if we lived near the beach and didn't have any form of flotation device. So we'll make sure to put that in. But yeah, the downstairs area we're just starting the layout here. I try a few different things, several ways of setting it up. Originally, I put the kitchen there, but it was way too small. Then I tried in another corner, and we kind of go with this orientation, I think, in the end. Oh no, actually it changes quite drastically. Yeah, so basically the downstairs area has one of the bedrooms, and that's the smallest bedroom. So whichever guy gets the smaller bedroom, he probably pays less rent because he doesn't have an ensuite like the other guys. And it's still a nice bedroom. It's still alright. And he has the main bathroom straight across from him. So that's a pretty good deal. It's got the kitchen downstairs, the dining downstairs, and a lounge room down there as well. So it's all on the lower level, all of the entertainment, and then the other two bedrooms are upstairs, and they're a lot more spacious. Putting in the staircase here, or getting ready to, and deleting all of the walls in that middle level. The reason why there's so many walls crisscrossed on that level is because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. So I tried, sometimes I will just do heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of walls, so then I don't have to make as many if I change my mind. I don't know if that'll make sense, but sometimes I do that. This is the downstairs bedroom. I tried putting an ensuite in there, but it just made the room too cramped. So we just go with a bigger room, and then we have the main bathroom across from it. This was an interesting idea. I liked this, where the kitchen had these windows looking into it, and then the dining room on the other side. But I figured that the kitchen would be better at the other side here. It was a bit more wider. There was a bit more room. And I think one of the guys is wanting to become a chef. He has a gardening skill, and he also obviously has a natural cook skill as well. So I thought a bigger kitchen would be good for him. And yeah, the dining table, I want it to be a big table. We're just putting in furniture that we're not going to use in the end. We're going to change all of this. But just as placement furniture to get an idea of the space. So don't worry, the dining table will be completely different, as well as the kitchen cabinets most likely. And we have a bit of an open view there over the lounge room. So you can peer over the balustrade, which is good. Lounge room is an alright size. It's not massive, but there's still enough room for entertainment. I did try putting an archway in, but I don't know. The archway just... I'm not a huge fan of archways. I prefer when the walls create archways from the floor underneath, or the floor above rather. It just looks a bit more realistic to me. And yeah, figuring out the upstairs layout. So this takes a little while. Originally I was going to have the two bedrooms with a shared bathroom, and they pretty much matched in size, but then we had so much living space. It was just way too much to deal with. So in the end, we get rid of a lot of that living space, and we utilize it to give the boys some more space in their bedrooms, which is probably a better idea. Of course, at the end of this house will be available for download, so you can change the floor plan however you wish, if you would like to. That's what I did, and this was just a hot mess, those walls that are currently there. Having a double balcony, but we do close off one of them to create an ensuite, I believe. But yeah, I really don't like the layout right now, so we completely change it. I think it works quite well in the end. We also have room for a couple of wardrobes too, built-in wardrobes. So we'll use the clothes racks from Into the Future or Sims 3 Ambitions, and we'll kind of make fake wardrobes, I guess. So there's a few higgledy-piggledy walls there that cross in and out, but the plan is to put shelves in those inset walls next to the bed. And then the 2x1 rectangles, those walls are going to be the built-in wardrobes. So each room is going to have one of those, except for the downstairs one. That person didn't get as lucky. But yeah, this is basically the start of it, and we'll work on putting in the windows in the next part. Just let me know if you want it in real time or sped up, whatever. And yeah, I'm looking forward to starting a new one with you guys. I always have fun with these. So thanks so much for your feedback. Anyway, hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and I'll speak to you soon.